Welcome to my channel. This is where you have lots of devotionals, Bible studies, and encouragement through your faith walk. Now, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll see you soon. Hello, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Ifeoma Samuel. I'm excited that you're here. Thank you for joining us for this very beautiful and insightful series. We've been going through the Bible, and today is day 132. We are going through the book of Mark, chapter 14. The theme of our discussion is My Alabaster Box. Okay, so it's a popular story, isn't it? But I'd like to encourage us, okay, with this theme today. Let's look at Mark chapter 14 from verse 1 to 9. It says, after 2 days was the feast of the Passover and of unleavened bread. And the chief priests and the scribes sought how they might take him by craft and put him to death. But they said, not on the feast day, lest there be an uproar of the people. And being in Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, as he sat at meat, there came a woman having an alabaster box of ointment of spikenard, very precious. And she brake the box and poured it on his head. Verse 4 says, and there were some that had indignation within themselves and said, why was this waste? Okay, why was this waste of the ointment made? Verse 5, for it might have been sold for more than 300 pence and have been given to the poor, and they murmured against her. I like this part. Okay, this woman is busy doing her own business, yet some people felt they were in the right place to judge or criticize her action, and they murmured against her. This is right there in God's presence. Okay, so this happens very often, even in God's house, even right there in church. We have this notion that some form of snide comment, okay, people give snide comment, people give snide looks or side looks, people give, of course, murmur against some of the certain things or some of the things that we give in terms of offering, in terms of offering of praise or offering in terms of finance or whatever. Now this is just giving us a reflection that the human nature usually kicks in, even though we are even though we are here worshiping. Okay, some people's heart may not be worshiping along with us, so we ought to be careful, isn't it? Verse 7 says, for ye have, okay, verse 6, this is when Jesus comes in and says, you know what, let her be. Let her alone. This is worship that she's giving to Jesus. And I'm quick to remember the experience of David. Okay, Bible says that David worshipped, he danced so hard. He didn't care about the clothing that he had on. So much so, okay, Michael looked at him and despised him in her heart. That is how grievous, okay, this kind of a thing is. Somebody is worshiping. You don't know the content of that person's heart. It's not in our place to do that. It's not in our place to criticize their giving or their quality of giving or their quantity of giving either. It's not in our place. Okay, it's in God's place because he sees the heart and he knows what exactly is going on. Verse 7 says, for ye have the poor with you always, and whensoever ye will. Okay, ye may do to them, you may do them good, but ye have not me always. Verse 8, she had done what she could. She is aforehand, she is come aforehand, to anoint my body to the burying. Now, I want us to look at this whole thing and see where this woman was coming from. Now, for the sake of clarity, let us go to the book of John, chapter 12, verse 1 to 8. Remember, we said at the start of the Gospels, I will say a lot of crisscrosses, and we'll just weigh in on themes so that we don't go through repetition. Okay, so let's just look at John chapter 12, verse 1 to 8. It says, then Jesus, 6 days before the Passover, came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, okay, which had been dead, whom he raised from the dead. There they made him a supper, and Martha served, but Lazarus was one of them that sat at the table with him. Then Mary, Okay, then took Mary a pound of ointment of spikenard, very costly, and anointed the feet of Jesus and wiped his feet with her hair. And with her hair, and the house was filled with the odor of the ointment. This is amazing. Now, this woman didn't just do this randomly. It was not a random thing. She didn't just get up and decide to anoint Jesus. She must have been inspired. Not only did she pour the ointment on him, she wiped her feet with her hair. And you know, the hair is very symbolic in the life of a woman. Okay, the hair is really precious, it's symbolic, it's a covering of the head, it signifies glory. Okay, it has a lot of glory that comes with it. So you can imagine she is laying down, okay, in humility. She is showing appreciation. This is the sister to Lazarus, who had been dead. Were it not for Jesus' visit, he would have been super, super dead. Okay, yeah, he was buried and all of that. But we see Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. So what could have inspired Mary? This is more than enough to have your dead brother brought back to life. It's more than enough for you to show gratitude. Now, sometimes we think that it's too much for us to appreciate those that God has brought, God has used in our lives for some reason. We kind of think that they will always be there. We kind of think, don't worry, he knows I said thank you. We excuse or dismiss the fact that showing appreciation is more, it's heartfelt, it's sincere, it's more than just saying it with your lips. It's something has got to give, like something moves in you because you're sincere about it. You really want to show that you're grateful. And that brings to mind you know that one scripture. Let's go to the book of 2 Samuel chapter 24 verse 24. I love that scripture because it gives you some level of perspective. When people are showing gratitude to God, it comes from a place. And this is it. And the king said to Haruna, this is where David had committed a great sin, and God had changed his mind and stopped and stayed the angel, from causing some level of havoc and all of that. And then David wanted to show thanks that he was grateful, for God forgiving his error and all of that. And then he wanted to do some level of sacrifice. Verse 24, and the king said unto Haruna, this is the man that owns the place where he wanted to use, because the angel had been spotted in that field. And this is what he said. And the king said to Haruna, nay, for I will. This is him saying no. The man wanted to give him for free. He said, no, I will surely buy it of thee at a price. I'm going to buy the field. Don't give me for free. Okay? Neither will I offer burnt offerings unto the Lord my God, which doeth cost me nothing. I'm not going to offer to God that which does not cost me anything. That's what David was saying. I'm not going to do that. I need to give God something that comes from my heart. I'm not just going to give God something anyhow, randomly. No, there's no randomness when it comes to giving in terms of gratitude. There's appreciation for the heart. There's sincerity, and there's tendency for us to look down or to look down or take for granted people that have been kind to us. Did the disciples think that Jesus did not deserve this? Maybe not. Okay, they just looked at the expensiveness of the ointment, the spikenard ointment that the woman had used. This is a great reminder for us, okay, to always remember those that have been there for us, and not excuse when it's time for you to show gratitude, then you come up with an excuse. This is a caution for us. Have people showed you kindness in the past? It's time for you to pick up your phone, send a kind message, just do something, okay? Giving God that which costs you. Give God something that, if you want to show gratitude, give, especially after something tremendous, a big miracle. Let us do it with respect, okay? Let us do it with sincerity. How much more? What else can I say? You have to give it something that really makes you move, make something that moves you out of your comfort zone. That is pure gratitude, because it's to God, right? Isn't it? All right, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to click subscribe and share this video, click like, and let me know in the comments how this has been a blessing to you. God bless you.